Max Holloway is going to school Dustin Poirier. He is. And I don't see a lot of people saying that. I see people just saying it's an even fight. Just overall just honing on the fact that this is Dustin Poirier's last fight. Dustin Poirier's last fight. They're just honing on the fact this is his last fight. But honestly, dude, I see it a whole different way. I see a Max Holloway schooling. That's what I see. And for you to click on this video wondering why the fuck did you think that, I'm going to show you video evidence, just fight footage breakdown of just really why I think that. And just showing you why I think Max has all the tools to school Dustin Poirier. And I want to get this out of the way first. This isn't 2019. This is 6 years later. Their second fight when Dustin Poirier was wobbling Max Holloway all around the cage, Dustin Poirier was 30 years old. 30 years old, dude, still in his prime. And it's just like, obvious, of course he looked good, dude. He was still in his prime. He's 30 years old. Max Holloway is 33 now. He was 27 in his late 20s. Moving up on short notice, man. And what did we see? We don't see that same guy anymore in Dustin Poirier. We saw it in the Gaethje fight. He's not as high output, not as fast as he used to be, obviously. And in the Islam fight, overall just kind of scared to really throw. Of course, it's the third of the takedown, but again, when he was unleashing on the feet, he did not look that fast. He didn't look that fast. He didn't seem like that high output guy. Like in the second Holloway fight. I mean, Dustin and Holloway went even for even strikes. I think it was 170 something strikes to 180 total strikes for both in the second fight. Throwing 180 strikes and competing with Max Holloway on strikes, man, strike for strike. Poirier was in there. The Poirier and the Max Holloway 2 fight, the Dan Hooker fight, I mean, the output is insane. Output's insane. The speed is insane. Running across the cage. Just railing on Michael Chandler, Max Holloway, Dustin fucking Hooker when they're up against the cage. He has that pep in his step, that speed. But I don't see that same Dustin anymore, man. It's not the same. It's not the same. 6 years later, obviously Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier getting older, but Max Holloway still looks better than he ever has. You know, he got knocked out his last fight against Poirier, but who's not going to get knocked out by Poirier at this point? The man just slammed out Oliveira out cold. No one's ever done that. And if he fought Poirier, I'm pretty sure he'd sleep Poirier's ass too. Worse than MJ did. Shout out to MJ who's fighting this weekend. But like I was saying, it's not the same anymore. It's not the same. Older, slower, but Max Holloway is still in his prime. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Justin Gaethje fight, Poirier fight, he was looking good. He was looking good. Justin Gaethje fight, he looked better than ever. So, I'm going to get into the points, dude. I'm going to get into like 4 main points why I think Max Holloway is going to school Dustin Poirier. You know, obviously, number one thing that people are going to be saying, well, he was rocking Max Holloway everywhere in their second fight. So, it only makes sense. Okay, buddy. Weave take. So, if you all don't remember, Holloway was fighting at 145 his whole career. Then has to move up on short notice to fight DP. Move up to 155 on short notice. And there's a big difference from 145 to 155. So, let me give you an example. Let's say Volkanovski, Islam Makhachev, Dustin Volkanovski, or Evloev, Justin Gaethje. I mean, the size difference between the two, even though it's only 10 pounds in the weight classes, the jump is so big. Ilia Koed, a 135er and a 145er against Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira is a 5'11 at 155. The people are big, bro. They're big at 155. I know, but Max, yes, he is a tall, lengthy dude, but he's never bolted in and built in for 155 for this fight against DP the second time. So, that chin problem, it's not going to be a problem. I mean, obviously, if Poirier cracks him perfectly on the chin, then yes, Anybody can go out. Anybody can get knocked out. He just got knocked out. But it's like Max Holloway is built for 155, taking hard shots against Gaethje. He took a dive, a slight dive a little bit against Justin Gaethje, getting hit off the top of the temple, but he bounced right back up. And Gaethje hits harder than Poirier, I believe. Obviously, he hits harder than Poirier. So I think, but the Poirier thing Poirier has is precision. And obviously, Max Holloway is going to get punched in this fight, going to get hit, but he's going to take it a lot better. He's going to take it a lot better. I mean, on short notice, not really training, not in the shape to really take the shots in the second fight, but he was there. He made it there. He got rocked with the power, the clear power discrepancy. But we're going to get into that power discrepancy in this fight now. There is no going to be power discrepancy. Obviously, there's going to be a slight, but it's going to be better. So, going back to the chin problem, Max Holloway is taking shots of Justin Gaethje. Took big shots of Ilia Koed before he eventually got cracked. I mean, dude, when Ilia hit him with that slap 2 and that delayed left hook against the fence, that knocks everybody out at 145. I don't care. It knocks out DP. Probably knocks out Oliveira. Holloway took it like a fucking champ. That delayed hook along the fence. I don't know if you guys remember. But, yeah. And he was taking big right hands over the top. And Ilia is like the hardest hitter at 145 and 55. So, he was taking big shots. But, here we are. Third fight. People are saying his chin's not going to be a problem. His chin's not going to be a problem. He's going to be better than ever. But, getting past that now. Getting more into the technical side of things. I got four more main, really just points that I have for this fight. So, Dustin Poirier gets in bad angle moments sometimes. And when Dustin Poirier is defending against body shots like he does against Holloway, kind of like in this clip here. So, moving in. Straight right hand to the body. This is a good angle. This is a good angle right here. This is a good angle for defense, for deflecting any type of jab to the head. After continuing the combination, straight right hand to the body. Because Holloway, we've seen it. Straight right hand to the body, 1-2 up top right after. So, this is a good angle for Poirier. You know, he's getting backed up against the fence. He's behind the black line. He has good cage awareness in this clip. Able to back up. Max backs up, accepts it. But overall, hand up, head, shoulder, elbow in the way, just to deflect any straight right hands. But that's not going to save him forever. And that's just an example of what he's going to do. And here, against Justin Gaethje, when they're trading like this, just look at this angle he has right here, right on Poirier. Square with each other. Holloway can unload a right hand down the pipe. And then this is an opening for Holloway, because we've seen it in the Justin Gaethje fight. Here. Straight right hand to the body, like he hit Poirier with in the first clip. And if Poirier is going to be square, I'm sure this will be a moment where he's square after taking a straight right hand to the body. 1-2 over the top, or 2 over the top. That's something I believe that Dustin Poirier is open to. And Max, he's able to defend well in that first clip. Here in the second clip, then it can't be perfect all the time. You're not going to be perfect the whole fight. So I really think that after laying a straight right hand in the body, Dustin Poirier is not going to have a really good angle. So I think they're going to be in the exact same situation right here, where Max Holloway is good from going from the body, going to the head, mixing it up wherever else. Straight right hand to the body, or a jab to the body in the pocket, and a 2 over the top. Square with each other. Square. Chin wide open. So that's just like a little pointer, and that's not like the biggest thing. But that's something that I picked up on from Poirier, is that when taking body shots or overall just defending, he has a tendency to put his hand up like this and try to shell away. But again, you can't do that the whole fight. There's going to be moments to where you're square with your opponent when defending. You're not going to get your elbow all the way over in time if Holloway is going into that combination, intending on throwing that right hand over the top, and you don't really see it coming. So Max Holloway, good at throwing that 2 to the body and throwing the 2 over the top after a jab to the body as well. That's something that I see that can be to Poirier's detriment. So that's a kind of a small thing. But another thing that is pretty big, it's the head kicks. So we've seen Holloway throw head kicks. We've seen him throw head kicks, really. So if I go to, I have a time step here on my notes, 11:29. Yep, 11:29 here. This is the end of round 2 of Holloway Kattar, when basically Holloway is killing Calvin Kattar. Just look at this. Something that Poirier is open to, of course, because he's been knocked out. Head kicks at the end of combos. Head kicks at the end of combos. And that's one from the Kattar fight. I got another one at 23:32. 23:32. Let's see. And this is something I do see happening in this fight. If you look at this here, you know, they're ready, looking to throw something. Holloway throws a 1-1-2 oblique kick, which I think he will use in this fight. I'll get to that. But when they're overall just trading in the pocket and just really throwing in the pocket, Holloway is creative. Look, he's going to duck this right hand and throw a head kick. Ducks under, head kick. This is something Max Holloway is good at doing when he's in that flow state. Is mixing in the head kicks very well. Mixing them in very well. And here we are, the Volk fight. And really just comes out of nowhere. Really just comes out of nowhere. So you look at it here, spinning back kick to the body. Kind of like fakes a hook, I lead hook. And maybe look right here, he's looking to throw a leg kick. Volk has his hand down, gets clipped with the head kick. And we've seen Dustin Poirier getting clipped with head kicks because he just has his hand up there. He just has his hand up there. That's going to block and trying to take off most of the impact. But again, it could be a Volk situation where it just hits the top off the temple, or a Justin Gaethje situation where it wraps around the guard and hits the back of the head. So here, let's go to the head kicks in this fight. So 6:06. Gaethje getting pressured, backs up, unloads a head kick. And this is something that Max Holloway could do. You know, Dustin Poirier, he's going to be thinking about their second fight and just thinks he has a power advantage, putting the pressure on Max Holloway, and Max Holloway can easily do this, man. Max Holloway can easily be on the defense, backing up, take a slight step back, unleash a head kick. And that caught Dustin Poirier like on the ear with the foot, like the toes kind of hit the ear. So and that's the problem with MMA. That's the problem with MMA gloves. That's the problem where you don't have that big glove to protect most of your head. So that's something that can always happen because Holloway does throw those head kicks very well. And then obviously, let me see the timestamp here. We have the Justin Gaethje knocking out Poirier with the head kick. And obviously, it's pretty brutal. So this is something Holloway could do. Like I said, he could be ducking that right hand when let's say Poirier throws a right hand like he did against Kattar. Just mixing in the combinations with the head kicks. This could be a right hand into a head kick, or ducking a right hook of Poirier, a right overhand from Poirier, and just throwing that head kick. Kind of like almost the same here with just extending the combination with the head kick. Wraps around the back of the head, puts Poirier down. Ground and pound shot to make it all said and done. Backflip off the fucking cage after knocking him out in front of his fucking family and his wife and children. So, yes. Poirier, open to head kicks. Open to the really just the kick wrapping around the back of the head. Really, that's what he's really open to. And Max is good at throwing those head kicks, mixing him up. So he could catch Poirier with a head kick. He can catch Poirier with a right hand over the top after throwing shots to the body. And yeah, so, and those are just head kicks. Those are head kicks. That's a more significant one that's just open for strikes after the body shots. and using oblique kicks. So I noticed this Max Holloway kind of using in the Justin Gaethje fight. And again, he didn't use them a lot. I can say that because I only have 2 moments where he's used it. And that's a setup right before this sequence right here. This sequence right here against Poirier would do very well. Because Poirier, he's going to be trotting forward. Maybe he, stuns Max Holloway with a shot. And this would be a good sequence for Max Holloway to do. Front kicks to try to keep distance. Try to keep him at bay. Oblique kicks. That'll be very good for stopping Poirier in his tracks. And not only that, the spinning back kicks against the fucking cage. So, I think, it might just seem cool. It might just seem like a gimmick or some sort of something that he pulled out of his ass or something. But I think that's honestly a very good tool against Poirier. Poirier, when he sees, oblique kicks or if anything, a spinning back kick, he's going to put his guard up like this and he's going to take that heel right to the fucking solar plexus or the stomach, man. So, I think this is going to be something that Holloway is going to use, is those front kicks and those oblique kicks, really just to keep Dustin Poirier at bay. Keep him at bay, keep him really just not making Holloway run around the whole fight. Just oblique kicks, front kicks, spinning back kicks when you're most in danger and you have time to throw in space. So it's yeah. And I think, and there's another moment here, 9:23. So, front kick, try to keep him at bay. Gaethje moves forward. Gaethje's moving forward. Faking an oblique kick or a front kick again. So, yeah, dude. That's something that I think that will help Holloway. It's just keeping Dustin Poirier at bay because Dustin Poirier is looking to move forward. So, I think that'll be a good thing for Max Holloway is those front kicks, those teep kicks, really just to keep him at bay. So, yes. And I know you guys may be wondering, well, DP has the better boxing. DP has the better boxing. I don't know what Jvan thinks, but I think Jvan is with me on this one. And that is, Dustin Poirier is not the same as Ilia Topuria. There may be some people who are new to the idea that someone said that how Max Holloway has in trouble with big power shots in the boxing. The thing is, between Ilia Topuria and Dustin Poirier, Ilia is in his prime. Dustin is not. Dustin, he's not the same guy. He's not the same speed. Ilia Topuria didn't give space for Holloway to breathe, really. And it's just the significance and the power that Ilia has. It just really trumps everything. And then Ilia just has more superior boxing than Dustin Poirier. To where it didn't matter really what Holloway did. Poirier was still able to get inside and land those right hands over the top, slip and dip right hands, slap twos down the middle, and those slap twos to a hook right after that. It's just, Poirier is a lot better. And Dustin Poirier is just not on that level. He's not on that level. And that's something that I think people would say, was just that since Holloway had a problem with Topuria's boxing in their fight against Ilia and Max, that DP's boxing will be significant. Obviously it's going to have some success because, again, it's this high-level MMA. You're going to get hit, but it's just not going to be the same effect of fucking Ilia Topuria, where Ilia Topuria, it just seemed like every time he moved forward, he was landing. But again, dude, people forget, man. Max Holloway was landing on fucking Topuria too. Great jabs, stiffening jabs. He was piecing them up in the first round, man. Front kicks, oblique kicks that he used against Ilia Topuria. Oblique kicks to try to keep him at bay. I know he got knocked out right after that, but oblique kicks, man, just to stop the momentum. So, yeah, dude. Oblique kicks, front kicks, spinning back kicks when you're getting backed up against the fence. Some things that are just holy shit, what is he doing type of things. Like when you're pressuring somebody and they push them against the fence, the last thing you're going to expect them to do is throw a spinning back kick. And then Max Holloway has perfected that jumping spinning back kick. And obviously he can hit Dustin right in the solar plexus, right in the stomach. And yeah, Max Holloway, oblique kicks. The oblique kicks will help him a lot in this fight. The oblique kicks will. So, yes. Oblique kicks, front kicks, spinning back kicks against the fence. And the one thing, the main thing really in this fight, other than just Holloway's ability of dynamic striking, because we all know he has dynamic striking. And I wasn't going to come on this video and say, well, he has more dynamic striking than Dustin Poirier. I'm not going to say that because obviously, yes, we all know that. You know, he mixes it up a lot more. Well, high output. The cardio's crazy. And we know Dustin Poirier is going to be there in the 5th round. So there's no point in me saying good cardio, great output, blah, blah, blah. These are things that are going to help him beat Dustin Poirier. And the one thing, the main thing, the thing that I most likely put in this thumbnail that I put in the thumbnail is Max Holloway's 155 power. The 155 power from Max Holloway. So, honestly, this 155 power for Max Holloway is crazy. Because he was rocking Justin Gaethje around the fucking cage, man. I got 4 moments in their fight where he's just, or either one. Oh yeah, of course, the last one's gonna be him sleeping. But other than that, there's 3 moments in the fight of Max Holloway just stinging Justin Gaethje on the feet. And I really truly think that is just because of Max Holloway's time to build into 155. Time for him to really just prepare and build muscle and just bulk up, dude. And here, I got a moment here, 231. And this is something that's going to happen in the fight. They're going to be scrapping in the pocket like they do. Uppercut from Max Holloway. Uppercut. Goes for it again. But this time, left hook on the fucking end of it, bro. Stung Justin Gaethje. That's what he's Justin. It stung Justin Gaethje, man. And I'm just kind of like, where is this power coming from? Where is this power coming from? Because we did not expect him to be rocking Justin Gaethje around on the feet, bro. It's that 155 Holloway power. 155 Holloway power. And we got another one. 16-13. Here we are. Front kick again. I told you, bro. And then it's going to be a slap too, I believe. Yep, 1-2. See? Look at him. He's staggered, bro. That hurt him. Obvious. Spinning back kick. Head kicks. What am I telling you, dude? Dustin Poirier is not going to duck under that shit. He's just going to have his guard up the whole time. He's going to get caught with a head kick. So, there it is. There it is. That 1-2 down the pipe. Boom! Stungs Justin Gaethje bad. Spinning back kick. Trying to time that head kick, dude. Dustin Poirier is not going to duck under that. I don't think he is. He's not going to really see it coming. Rocks him again there. Like, what? Like, you know, there's multiple times of Max Holloway rocking, fucking stinging Justin Gaethje around with the power at 155. So, Dustin Poirier is going to be in for one, man. People are not talking about this enough. Not talking about this enough. And the only thing I can think about Dustin Poirier doing is stinging Justin Gaethje a few times, obviously, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, rocking Chandler again. And really just hitting Islam Makhachev with one good shot. And we know Dustin Poirier has that power, but Max Holloway has it too. Max Holloway has it too. And then, of course, like I said, like you saw earlier, it's going to be that straight right hand of the body and continuing with the 1-2. See a straight right hand again. Here we go. Body. Ba-boom. 1-2. Stungs Justin Gaethje bad. And look, he's rocking him with these shots, man. He's rocking him with these shots. Max Holloway has power at 155. Body. Knees. Dude. Max Holloway's power at 155 is good. It's good. And that's spinning back kick. Let's see if he tries to throw a head kick. I don't know. Let's see if they are. No, never mind. But I'm telling you, this power at 155 for Max Holloway is going to help him out. It's going to give Poirier problems on the feet. Because, oh shit, this dude's hits a lot harder than I remember. Getting caught with slick right hand to the body. 1-2 over the top. Boom. Because Holloway is just cashing you with these shots. And they just have a lot more sting on him than he did when he was just a small featherweight. Not small featherweight. He's a tall guy, big frame, but it's just a featherweight. So Poirier is going to have those problems. It's going to have those problems with the Holloway power. And, of course, I don't think DP is going to do this. He might if this makes it to a decision. Which probably, I don't know. Sleeps Justin Gaethje. Has that power to sleep Justin Gaethje. Has the power to just sleep him like that. Put him out. Dustin Poirier didn't do that. Max Holloway did. Slept his ass out cold. Out cold. So, yeah, dude. And you see it too. And this can happen, not really. This can happen in the last 10 seconds of the fight. But they're going to be scrapping in the pocket. And that's just how it's going to be in this fight. Obviously, everybody knows they're going to be scrapping in the pocket. If Holloway pulls this shit out while Poirier is trying to extend his combinations, throw a gritty left hook, and then Holloway hits him with a right overhand over the top after going to the body, just letting you know he has that power to put him out. He has that power. That can happen any moment in this fight if they're scrapping in the pocket. Because Holloway, perfect overhand right, over the top. And it's just that 155 power that we never expected to see from Holloway. We didn't expect this to happen. We saw him rocking Justin Gaethje around on the feet, but to see him put out Justin Gaethje out cold like that with one punch. So, honestly, the stigma around this fight is that it's an even matched fight. And again, I can see why people say that, but again, dude, I don't believe so. I think Holloway should be in there as a minus 200 favorite. Minus 200 favorite, minus 215, minus 230 favorite. That's what I think. And right now, they stand at even odds. So I think Max Holloway should be at least a minus 200 favorite for this one, man. Minus 200 favorite. And obviously put him out like that. And then if you go to their first fight, let's see, 555. Poirier's going to get carried away if he rocks Holloway at all. Hometown, Lafayette. So he's going to be in there rushing for it. But look at this check left hook. Bing! Catches Poirier right off the top of the temple. You can't say he slipped off balance because, yeah, he dug down and he fucking literally did a mat check. So, and then Poirier's going to have problems right here. Standing against the fence, letting Holloway tee off on him. Because Holloway is going to be hitting a lot harder. Dustin Poirier is not going to be that fast enough to really circle out that fast or really just move as fast as he could 6 years ago. So, yeah, dude. This is why I think Max Holloway is just going to dismantle, just school Dustin Poirier. And, yes, dude, these are my reasons why. It's not going to be that Max Holloway has the more dynamic striking. He has all this, that. It's not the cardio. Again, these two are still going to be there in the later rounds. They're still going to be there fighting each other in the 5th round. We both know that about each other, the good cardio they have, especially it's going to be a scrap the whole time. So, obviously, Poirier open for straights after body shots. Open for it. Obviously, open for those straights after body shots. Body shot, he covers up, doesn't get a good angle. He's getting caught with a right hand over the top. And with that Holloway power, God knows. Who knows? He might get caught. He's going to get caught with it. Might get rocked, maybe. And more kicks. So, especially just extending the head kicks at the end of the combinations. Poirier obviously just relies on the one-hand defense for blocking head kicks. And the thing is about head kicks, they can wrap around the guard. They can just be too powerful to where it just doesn't matter if you have your hand up or not. They're going to knock you out and rock you. So, and Holloway is so slick with it. He can mix it in after dipping with like a right hand and just throwing up that head kick. They're kind of like that hand plant roundhouse. Kind of like throwing the hand plant roundhouse around Poirier's guard, puts him out. That could happen. or overall just having unexpected head kicks, kind of like faking a leg kick. Maybe Holloway throws, body kicks, leg kicks, and then mixes it up, throws like an untelegraphed head kick that sits down Poirier like he did Volk, or like he rocked Cater with. So I just see that too. And then we see Poirier, like I said, getting rocked with the head kicks on the feet from Justin Gaethje, just taking him right on the guard, not really defending that well when it comes to that, and really just taking those head kicks, just relying on the guard, which in MMA doesn't really work because you don't have those. Because I don't know if he spars. And I'd see him spar with 4-ounce gloves. It's just not a good habit to do in MMA, especially with somebody who's going to be looking for those head kicks to extend it for combinations, and you're just expecting to deflect them just with that one arm, especially with a long rangey, a guy with kind of like long legs, like Holloway. They kind of have that chance of just wrapping around the guard, that leg, of course. So, yes, we could see that. And again, the oblique kicks that you've seen that he used against the Poirier, Gaethje front kicks, was just to keep Poirier at range and just disrupting the rhythm of Poirier. And Poirier, he can throw leg kicks, body kicks, but with his 3-time replaced fucking hip, made out of fucking, I don't know, his hips are made out of tinfoil. So it's like, yes, he could be throwing kicks, but they're just going to be so locked and just so weird and make him so square he might get caught with the right hand. But I don't know. So, oblique kicks, like I said, oblique kicks, spinning back kicks when backed up against the fence. Max Holloway is good at that jumping spinning back kick, especially if Poirier is going to be pressuring him and just trying to get into the pocket, and Holloway's on the retreat and really just backing up against the fence and then whipping it out of nowhere, or using a oblique kick just to disrupt Poirier's rhythm. And after that, dude, that Max Holloway 155 power. So, and of course, he's rocking Justin Gaethje everywhere, cracking him with shots on the feet. Dropped, or kind of stung Dustin Poirier after Poirier got too crazy with it in their second fight. And yes, dude. And this is when Max Holloway didn't bulk up. He catches Poirier with a good shot. But, man, I don't know why I said but. I have nothing else to say. But, I said it again. But guys, those are all my pointers why I think Max Holloway is going to school Dustin Poirier. Like I said, it's not going to be like he has this stat, he has this stat, he has better striking, he has this, he has that. It's just little things that Max Holloway has been working on in camp when watching footage on DP. So, yes, dude. These are the things that I think that are just going to help Max Holloway school Dustin Poirier for his retirement fight. It's going to be a sad retirement, I think. So, yeah, dude. That's what I think, guys. Me and Jvan, we worked really hard on this. Me and Jvan have been down in the trenches, down in the trenches, trying to get these fucking videos out. But again, this is what me and Jvan think. Jvan approves this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.